Yo guys, barbarians are everywhere. I'm telling you, this new meta is crazy. We got Bomb Tower all over the place. We got Expo that didn't need a buff but got buffed, and now it's even more all over the place. And we have barbarians, and these things are crazy now. Okay, I've got really mixed feelings about this. The Three Musketeers decks have been nerfed so many times. They've nerfed Battle Ram a million times. They've nerfed Three Musketeers like crazy. All kinds of stuff. Ask any 3M player, it's pretty much a dead archetype. So this Barbarian tweak just kind of like set that in stone even more. It's still a good card, Battle Ram, but this changed the Barbarians. Yes, there's 5 Barbarians now for the same cost, but the Barbarians themselves are way weaker. I think it was a health reduction, if I'm not mistaken, was the change that they made. Yes, I'm correct on that. I remember it was a health reduction, so now they died of Fireball. So this indirectly nerfs things like Battle Ram and Barbarian Hut. I mean, they even said that in the balance change video, right? But it also brings into the meta much more strongly and much more prevalently. It brings into the meta spell bait, primarily mid-range spell bait, fireball bait, poison bait, mostly fireball. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of fireball in decks because of this new Barbarian change, and we're also going to be seeing a lot of fireball bait decks. So actually tonight we're going to be looking at just that, a fireball bait Royal Hogs Barbarian deck. So guys, I'm going to start the video off now by let's do about 2 replays here. We'll talk about it, we'll discuss the deck, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into some live matches there. If you heard that barking in the background, that's my dog being a good guard dog, making sure no delivery men are going to come and break into the house or anything like that, right? Alright guys, so let's talk about the spell bait element of this deck, because that's really the most important thing here, and that's what I want to focus on these couple replays before I jump into some live matches. You've got at least 3 or 4 cards in this deck alone that are mid-range spell bait. So looking at it, obviously the first one that sticks out to me is Flying Machine. Flying Machine, if you see it, you're generally going to be fireballing it out of the sky or poisoning it or whatever. It dies instantly. The fireball, it doesn't live with a sliver of health like the Musketeer, so it's definitely a fireball bait card. Your opponent will often be fireballing that card for, if I'm not mistaken, it's equal value. It's the same, they both cost 4, is what I'm trying to say, 4 Elixir. So once they fireball that Flying Machine, you can safely put down your win condition, which is your Royal Hogs, or your very powerful defensive card, which is your Barbarians. And of course, Barbarians rarely ever get to a tower, but if you do manage to get them to your opponent's tower, they will do an insane amount of damage to it. So you've got those 3 cards, Flying Machine, Barbarians, and Royal Hogs. You've also got a minor element of spell bait with the Goblin Gang. Generally, they won't fireball your Goblin Gang unless it's an absolute emergency, but you do have the Goblin Gang and the Bats, so you've also got a minor element of Zap bait, or in this case, Snowball bait, because honestly, guys, Snowball has been everywhere. Like, Snowball's the new Zap, and it plays a very similar role. The pushback effect is very similar to that Zap stun effect. It's just not instant. That's really the only downside, but the pushback and the slow effect are very viable, and now that the Snowball has gotten that buff in, I think it was like 2 balance changes ago, yeah, it's definitely viable again. There's kind of a minor aggression element with the Bandit. I don't know why particularly the Bandit was chosen for this spot, but it does work out pretty well in this deck so far. It gives you that like aggressive counter push kind of potential. You can use her on defense, and then she's very aggressive on offense, having her dash ability. And then of course you got the Royal Hogs, which are going to be your main win condition. You do have potential for split push in this deck, because you got Royal Hogs, you got Goblin Gang, you got Bats, you got Barbarians. All these things you can be split, right, and be pushing down 2 lanes at once. But you don't have 3 Muskies, you don't have Royal Recruits, so you don't have any really major like split archetype cards other than maybe like the Royal Hogs. Those other cards are just kind of fillers that can be split situationally. The Royal Hogs, generally you're going to be using them down a single lane in this deck, but if you find yourself in a situation where the split push is working out more viably, or just working out better for you, in that particular match, then definitely consider using them as a split push card. Generally here though, as you see, I'll be using them down a single lane on offense. My opponent here tornadoes the Hogs into his King Tower. Only one of them connects. Not necessarily the best move, because yes, he does activate the King Tower, but I got a ton of damage off onto this left tower there, and I could finish it off pretty easily. I do need to watch out for that Skeleton Barrel death damage. It does destroy the Bats. So you've got, a plethora of Zap bait cards, well, a few Zap bait cards, a plethora of poison and fireball bait cards. You got a win condition, you got some solid support, you got your 2 spells. It's just an all-around really good deck. It's great if you're trying to find a deck with the Barbarians. I'm definitely going to be messing around with Barbarians more. I plan to do a Barbarian clone deck. I've been trying a few out in the near future. I know that there's a Lava Hound Barbarian clone deck that was just covered on CWA at the time of this recording not too long ago, and that one is definitely going to be a lot of fun. I'll probably give that one a try too. So we'll have to try to figure it out, you know, once the meta adjusts how to play these barbarians and where they fit in. Right now they're everywhere, but honestly guys, I feel like that's partly just because of the new balance change. Like, generally when a card is buffed like that, even if it's not that great of a buff in the long run, people are really excited about it, and they're going to start playing it like crazy. You know, when Cannon Cart got buffed and Skeleton Barrel got buffed a few times, like, these were examples of cards that there were times when they were buffed and they were super meta, but there were also times when they got buffed, people played them a bit, realized they weren't that great, and then went back to playing their alternatives. So I feel like in this case, Barbarians maybe will fall off. They do seem pretty viable, honestly. I don't know how I feel about them dying to Fireball instantly, but again, that can almost be a good thing because then it turns it into more of a Fireball bait kind of deck rather than just, you know, a control deck or a beatdown deck or whatever. You've got this whole new element of mid-range spell bait, which you didn't generally have too long ago. I feel like it's a concept or an archetype that has only become more popular in the past few patches. But anyway, here you're able to see that I'm able to, you know, just use the Barbarians on defense. Every time he has a Giant, I've got them on defense, and they just do a great job of shutting down that tank, finish off that match. Alright guys, that is the deck for you, so why don't we go ahead and jump on into some live matches. Alright guys, as usual with these live matches, you know, with these kind of decks, I'm playing on my phone here on my main account, and we'll be spectating from my alt account here on the computer. So let's go ahead and give this guy a good luck to start us off. I'm thinking I will split bats in the back as an opener, and then maybe wait to see what he does. I could potentially split gang in the back as well. I was thinking about sending the Royal Hogs in, split at the front there, and trying to, you know, get benefit from those 2 bats, or those 5 bats, excuse me, 2 on one side, 3 on the other side. And but I just decided I didn't want to reveal my win conditions super early, so I'm just going to keep cycling stuff in the back for now. The Flying Machine's going to do a good job here, it looks like, of taking out that Mega Minion, hopefully, yes, and then chip away at the Baby Dragon a little bit. I'm just going to Snowball the Dragon just to get it out of the cycle. Not the best placement of the Snowball, but it works out okay. Let's cycle Bandit in the back. Got a little bit of damage on his left tower, so we're going to go down that lane, and then we'll probably cycle Bats. And why don't we... Actually, I'm going to Royal Hogs in the left here because the Bandit should ideally charge in and take out that E-Wiz, and if you put something else down, I could poison it. Nice! Bandit connects to the E-Wiz before he puts the Mini P.E.K.K.A. down. That works out really well for me. That Mini P.E.K.K.A. really would have foiled my plans there. He uses the Tornado kind of desperately to finish it off. I'm not even going to use the Goblin Gang on this Mini P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to use the Bats. He might zap them or Snowball them, so I'll use the Goblin Gang down here. No, he doesn't. So that takes care of the Miner. Goblin Gang going in on the left here. We're going to go ahead and Flying Machine just to kind of get a little bit of chip damage off onto that Barbarian. It doesn't get any damage onto my tower. Probably not super necessary, but here it goes down the lane. If he doesn't answer it, yes, he was too late on answering it, so it did some good damage. Again, we're going to Giant Snowball just because I don't want to take the damage from that Mega Minion. That'll completely shut it down for only 2 Elixir, which basically makes it a positive trade for me. We're going to go ahead and go in with the Royal Hogs on the left, see what he has here to try to counter my Hogs. He's got the Baby Dragon. I'm not... Ooh, maybe I should have poisoned. I was saying I'm not going to waste the poison on that. But with the E-Wiz there, it would have been good value. But anyway, I can counter the E-Wiz here with my Bandit. Bandit's going to dash to the Miner first, actually, but then it's far enough away to be able to dash to the E-Wiz, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. We're going to put the Flying Machine down here to try to counter that Baby Dragon a little bit. Looks like E-Wiz is still alive, too. Flying Machine doesn't do the best, but kind of gets the job done. Gang aggressively here at the bridge. Hogs here at the bridge. Let's see what he's got. I'm going to poison because he's bound to put something down to counter. Oh man, that was a big investment. I think I invested way too heavily on offense there. Let's use Barbarians on defense against that. Let's use Flying Machine over here against that. That should take care of that. And then the Barbarians are still alive, even though they're getting cleaved out of that poison. They bought me some time there to, you know, got a few hits soaked up from the opponent's units there. We're going to go ahead and cycle Bandit in the back again. I'm a little bit iffy about sending in the Hogs super early because he knows I have them. So we're just going to keep splitting in the back. Let's go ahead and Barbarian split in the middle here just to buy me a little bit of time. And Flying Machine. He's trying to like poison cycle out my stuff. Let's use Bandit on defense. Flying Machine should buy me enough time. Probably put the Bandit too far away. Yeah, he gets some good damage on my tower there. Let's snowball it. Oops, that was a mistake. Alright, can I finish this off in time? Definitely messed up at the end there, and I think I'm going to pay for that, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Hindsight's 20/20. Let's see if we can pull it together better in the next match. Alright, let's give this guy a good game. Let's move on to one more. I thought about editing that last one out, but I think I'll leave it in. I just totally messed up there at the end. I did not want to let that Mega Minion get so much damage on my tower, and then I wasted my snowball. But you know what? That's the pressure of playing live matches. Sometimes you make silly little mistakes like that. So let's go ahead and jump on into another match here. I cycle with a bandit in the back as an opener. I'm not too worried about what he's got because the bats aren't going to do anything. Maybe a little bit of chip damage on my bandit. Bandit actually gets the charge effect off onto the lumberjack, so that's really good. Let's use the barbs here on defense. Make use of those barbarians. Honestly, that was probably not necessary, but I needed to cycle something. I mean, I had the elixir. Let's see. I'm tempted to Royal Hogs on the left there, but I'm afraid that if I do that... There's one spell, so let's go ahead. He might... Maybe will not have another spell. We'll poison to get rid of the bats and get some good value on that lumberjack as well. Royal Hogs, get some damage onto the tower there. Poison doing work, getting a lot of value there. I don't think I'm even going to have to answer this at all. Nope. Looks good. Barbarian's not going to connect to the tower. So let's go ahead and maybe we can split push goblins in the back. Cycle them back there. Let's go for how about a bandit at the bridge. Be a little bit aggressive here. Get ready to snowball whatever he might have. He snowballs me instead. Now this guy is running two light spells, it looks like. Snowball and what was the other one? Barbarian Barrel, the two new ones. So let's snowball all of this to get rid of that. I don't have much else, unfortunately, so that lumberjack's going to get some serious damage onto my tower there. But Flying Machine will finish him off before he does too much. Alright, let's see. I don't have Elixir to invest Royal Hogs in, or into Royal Hogs for a counter push. But he puts the Ice Golem down too early. The Flying Machine's actually sitting there. Oh man, whiff with the snowball. Flying Machine was sitting there over the bridge there, or over the river rather. And it was out of tower range, and so he tried to snowball it and whiffed the snowball. Poor guy, man, he's probably beating himself up right now. But hey, I made a terrible mistake in that last match with like the Mega Minion and everything, so I'm not too worried about it. Everybody makes mistakes, right? We all slip up here and there. Alright, he's got some good damage on my right tower, so he's more likely to be pushing on the right now. In fact, there is that Ram Rider. We're going to reset it with a giant snowball, and we're going to snipe it out with a Flying Machine, ideally. He's doing a good job on defense there. Got one hit off with the Ram Rider, not too worried about that. We're going to use the Hogs here to distract that Lumberjack, and then to run in on offense. He's got the poison down, which is going to do a good job of chipping away at my Hogs, but it doesn't instantly kill them like the Fireball does. I mean, the Fireball doesn't instantly kill them, but it does some good damage. Alright, Barbarians here on defense. Giant Snowball to take out all those pesky, annoying little bats. Yes, nice. Good job, Barbarians. Locking down the defense. Now I've got a big push on the right there, so he has to answer that. So I'm actually going to invest heavily on the left here. Try to finish this tower. Give him the Screaming Knight, because this is over. And let's give him the good game. And let's give him the good luck pig. Because in celebration of the Chinese New Year, even though it's way over by now. Alright guys, let's see if we can get one more win. Okay, let's give this guy the good luck. Let's give him the dancing mini P.E.K.K.A. because, I don't know, why not? Man, I missed that birthday emote, the what was it, the goblin with the blowing the party favor or whatever. Ooh, wall breakers, interesting. I just didn't get around to it. I just didn't have time over the weekend or whatever it was to do all 3 of those challenges. I got like the first 2 done, and then there was only like a few minutes left. So anyway, I am missing that one exclusive emote, but I have most of the other ones. Alright, so he has Ice Wizard. That's interesting. He's going to do a good job of countering my Hogs, so I will put them in the right. Again, he uses the Ice Golem too early, so that the Princess Tower doesn't even lock on to my Flying Machine. But it is what it is. Should I worry about that? Yeah, let's Barbs in the center here. Ooh, I probably should have answered those wall breakers sooner. They do some good damage. I was not expecting that. You know, new meta, new card. Definitely need to get used to it still. Alright, what was it? The Bandit there actually doing a good job of dashing in there, doing some really solid damage to that Ice Wizard. I'm not going to answer that because that thing will die to my Princess Tower. So we will split bats in the back here, and maybe cycle a Flying Machine in the back. I'm expecting wall breakers again pretty soon. I'll be ready to answer them this time with my Goblin Gang. Let's see what's next. Yeah, he's got the Ice Golem there. Again, a little bit early. Alright, let's split gang in the back, and then I've got Barbarians to answer the wall breakers. Honestly, I think they could be answered with what is it? Giant Snowball alone. Like, that would probably get the job done. Alright, we're going to Hogs in the left here. We're going to Poison because he's likely to put down something to counter them. Alright, so he does the Tornado, Ice Whiz, and Log all at once. That's a lot of Elixir invested. But then again, I invested a lot in my Hogs and my, what was it? Sorry, I'm focusing on this right now. My offensive push there. You get what I'm saying. Alright, here I defended against the wall breakers, no problem this time. Split gang in the back. Let's go in with the Royal Hogs. Oh, the Ice Whiz, that's what I was talking about earlier. I was trying to get some poison value on that Ice Whiz as well, but it didn't work out. We're going to poison this to take out the Tesla and obliterate those pesky skeletons as well. Barbarians are going to shut down the wall breakers completely, so that is good. Let's actually use the Flying Machine on the left here to counter the Ice Whiz from the right, and then it should go in to provide some support on the left there. I use the Bandit aggressively because I wanted it to dash into that Ice Whiz on the left. Didn't quite work out how I wanted it, but you know, they're doing an okay job there anyway. Alright, we're going to cycle in the back here. We're going to Goblin Gang right here. Ooh, nice predictive log, but I got the Barbs as my backup. Alright, let's go ahead and Bandit back here a little bit, because ideally she's going to dash to like the Ice Whiz or the Tesla or whatever. Oh man, she didn't dash to that Tesla. That's unfortunate. Let's go for a heavy push here in the left. We're going to poison that Ice Whiz, and yep, there's a skeleton army, so it takes out all the skeletons as well. Goblin Gang. He didn't log this time, which is good because I made the mistake of putting it right on top, and he easily could have logged that. Let's see. Let's actually just split Barbs in the back for now. Why not? I want to see how they split. I put them on the left, but 3 went right. That's interesting to know. Oh, he rockets it. Okay, he's going to go for Rocket Cycle now. So we're going to have to get real aggressive with these pushes here. We're going to poison all of this, get me some good value here. Ideally. Yep, there's the skeleton army. They get poisoned out. Yeah, guys, this is it. He can just Rocket Cycle me pretty much. So he used the gang, so I know he doesn't have that. We're going to go Flying Machine. Oh no, that is it. Alright. Well, let's give him a good game. And let's get one more. I gotta get at least one more win for this video before I wrap it up. Alright guys, here's that win. I can smell it. Alright, let's see. Give him a good luck. And let's start by... I got Bats, Goblin Gang, Royal Hogs, and Poison. So let's start by cycling Bats in the back. One of my go-to moves if you guys know me. Goblin Gang on the left here. Oh, nice predictive log. I'm not going to invest extra elixir in that because the Bats are actually going to finish it off. Come on, Royal Hogs. I thought I placed them down sooner, but I was a little bit late with that, which is really unfortunate. It just took out all my Bats. Man, I could have gotten way more value there if those things had lived. That was a real slip-up. But regardless, they're getting some serious damage here in the left tower. I'm going to go ahead and use the Bandit. Not a you know, traditional counter to the Ice Golem, but I was thinking, okay, he's going to put something behind the Ice Golem. We're going to go ahead and Bats here again. And let's Giant Snowball this just to buy me a little bit of time. Ooh, the Boulder doesn't get knocked back by the Snowball. That's good to know. Goblin Gang to finish off the Boulder and the Archers there. He got some good damage on my left tower. Let's see, is the gang going to connect here? Yes, it is. Looks like it evens it out a little bit. Get some good damage on his left tower there. And right now I'm sitting on 5 Elixir. We're going to hang tight. I got Royal Hogs, Barbarians, Bandit, and Poison in hand. We're going to see what my opponent does. And we will answer accordingly. We're going to cycle Bandit in the back here to try to preemptively kind of counter those Archers. I'm expecting a Hog Rider real soon here. We're going to use Barbarians at the bridge here just to kind of get them out of cycle, get something aggressive there at the bridge, some sort of push thing. Alright, he's got the Bowler in the left there. Now I know that's going to completely shut down my Barbarians, but it gives me a chance to send in the Royal Hogs on the right because he doesn't have the Bowler, which is going to be, you know, kind of a go-to direct counter to it. We're going to poison this to take out that Inferno Dragon as well, because unless it flaps away, I think the poison fully kills it. Don't quote me on that, but if it doesn't kill it completely, yeah, it didn't. It should get some good damage for sure. Alright, Bats are going to finish off the Archers, or are they? Okay, let's see. I don't want to lose my right tower. I got some good damage on both towers right now. So what I'm going to have to do is go in aggressively on the left here. And we're going to poison. And hopefully the Bowler doesn't completely shut everything down. One Hog gets a hit. And the Poison is going to get it low enough to go to one more Poison cycle. Barbarians on the left here. Giant Snowball everything just to kind of slow it down, buy me a little bit of time. Barbarian's doing a great job of playing defense there. Now I can use the Bandit in the right here. We're going to split push the Royal Hogs so that I don't have to poison. We'll just send 2 on the left there, and then I might be able to finish it off with a Snowball if the Hogs don't do it. And then I got the pressure of the 2 on the right there. So that was actually situation where the split push of the Royal Hogs worked out really well. We're going to poison this here to finish off that bowler, take out the archers, chip away at the Inferno Dragon. Barbarians on defense here, not too worried about the log. Did not need to use those bats though, because they just instantly die to that ice golem, so that was a mistake on my part. Let's see, let's get the bowlers onto my Barbarians, and then we're going to send the Hogs in here in the pocket actually, so that they don't just get instantly knocked back by that bowler every time. Getting some chip damage off with the poison there. I need to do a heavy defense here. I cannot allow him to go in for a lethal counter push, because this could end me right here if I don't answer it properly. But I think I'm going to be okay here. It looks like I defend against that Hog Rider, no problem. One Spear Goblin's living. I got the bats here to counter that Inferno Dragon. That thing is as good as gone. I'm not even going to waste my Royal Hogs. I'm just going to poison. I'm going to play defense. And I'm going to probably Giant Snowball to finish off that tower. And there it is. Alright, awesome. Give him the Cheering Knight. Give him the Dancing Mini P.E.K.K.A. Give him the Lucky Hog, and give him the Ram. Oh, you guys missed it on the spectate screen, but I gave him the Ram there. Alright guys, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching all the way until the end here. I managed to go 4-2 so far with that deck, and this is literally my first time playing it today, because it's a brand new meta. This video was recorded on the first day of the new meta, right after the balance changes. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Make sure to leave the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you have anything to say or any questions. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a good night.